Okay, we're in industrial networking, and we're going to be discussing project number 3 in this video. So we look at project number 3. It says program the SLC 503 to read the free running clock in one node less than yours every 5 seconds and display it on an output module of your machine, and also make the panel view so it can see that free running clock as well. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. First thing we're going to do is come up in RSLink and establish communications with our processor. So come up on this wiggly line in the middle, and we do a configuration, an auto configuration, and we are successfully configured. We're happy about that. We close out. We keep the RSLink program running because it's necessary for the process. All right, in order to have communications, I have to do that. We come up on the 500 program, which, in case you were wondering, is in fact missing its icon, which is semi-disturbing. And we go and go to comms, who active online. We select the O1 guy, which is the processor. Because we're a DF1 serial connection, that's the only thing we're seeing. And we come up on our project 2 project, which we don't really need to have, so we're going to go offline and get rid of it. But we are supposed to be doing something every 5 seconds, and there is a 5-second timer there, so maybe we'll want to keep some of it. So we'll go and file, get rid of that, boom, file, save as, and we'll save this as project 3 Doug. Okay, get rid of this right here message thingy that doesn't seem to want to go away. And we're offline. We don't need the counter anymore because we're not making stuff, and we probably don't need the move guy anymore, but we'll probably need it someplace else, but we'll get rid of it anyway. So we'll get rid of the move guy. Now, if I delete this guy right here, I'm going to lose my timer. But if I move my jumper to there and hit the delete button, then things will be better. Okay, so every 5 seconds, I'm going to want to do a message. I'm going to want it to be a read message. I want it to, I'll go and use a control block starting at 0 because I don't need, I'm not using the 0 integer for anything else. First 14 are used. I can't use them for anything else. And then I come in and I say, what am I reading? All right, so in this guy, where am I going to be putting whatever it is I'm reading? Now, I've already used N7:7 to 14. So we're gonna put this into N7:20. We're getting it from channel 1. And what is it that we're reading from 1 less? The target node is 1 less than 12, which is 11. And I'll do a quick look, and 11's not on, so I'm going to go turn 11 on. So that when it's time to get what it is that I'm getting, I can get it. Okay, now what is it that I'm reading? Well, we're supposed to be reading the free running clock. Does anybody know from last semester where the free running clock is? And the answer is, I don't know if you know that or not, but we will find it. So if we come over here to our status bits, we find there is a free running clock in S2:4. S2:4. So we're going to go and the target guy that we're reading from is S2:4, the free running clock. And we're putting it into N7:20. Okay, and then we're going to check for errors, and all of our errors are gone. Now we have one more thing to do, and that thing is and we'll put it on use a jumper. We use a jumper around the message guy, and we're going to move N7:20 into our outputs. So where's the move instruction? There it is, MOVE, move. We want it there. And what are we moving? We're moving N7:20, and we're going to move it into an output. Now, I can look up and see where the outputs are. You can't, because you're sitting at home watching this, but I look here and I see that I have outputs at O:3, and I have outputs in O:5. So I'm going to use O:3 because that's 16 bits. And right now it's not being used for anything else. So my destination is going to be O:3.0. If I had control of my destination, O:3.0. And then I'm going to say, check that, see if everything's copacetic, and it is. It checks out. I go and I download the program. Revision note, this instructor is awesome. Can anybody spell awesome? A-W-S-O-M-E, awesome? No, that's not right. Well, anyway, this instructor is. All right, that'd be good. And we're going to go do that, and we're going to go do that. Now, the cool thing about the free running clock, as you remember from your red light project back in industrial electronics, is that in order to have something flashing at 1 second or a half second, you had to use like the 6th or 7th bit. So this thing's going to move very quickly through the numbers as the free running clock does its thing. And getting closer, getting closer, getting closer. Okay, back to run mode. And someday we'll be in run. Yep, I want to be online. And now every 5 seconds, my free running clock should give me a different number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. Notice that the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Notice that I'm one click away from getting it. So what's happening is that the message guy's happening. He's going out there to do what it does. It takes some time. The move guy is happening and moving the last number in that it had before the message guy can get done with what the message guy is doing. So what's happening is that the message instruction itself is going to take maybe 1/10 of a second, but my scan rate is 1,000 times a second. So 1,000 times, when this guy's done, he's going to move it. This message is going to get done and put it in the right spot, and the next time the timer is done, I'm going to get the time before, and that's why I'm seeing a little bit of delay. Now, why did the number go negative? Well, because the the most significant bit, this is a 2's complement math, and the most significant bit is in fact weighted negatively. So as soon as that guy goes to a 1, my number turns to a negative number, and then I start counting down. Okay, so that ends project number 3. Wait a minute, we still have to do the panel view of project number 3. So that would be okay to do too.